Hey, my Liptons. So I wanted to come in here and do some quick reactions to unfortunately box office flops, soon to be box office flops, and some interesting comments that Elizabeth Olsen mentioned about Marvel. So before I continue on with this video, please subscribe to the channel. Okay, let's get up to 900 subscribers. The goal is to get up to 1,000 subscribers. We're almost there. We're almost at the 900 mark. Thank y'all so much. And let's get into this video. So first I want to discuss, let me discuss the Borderlands first. So shout out to discussing film on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. Y'all, so they said here that this film, The Borderlands, ends with a theatrical run of 31 million, and apparently the budget was $115 million. Okay, so this ended up being a flop. Okay, with the quote unquote heavy hitters like Kate Blanchett, quote unquote movie star, quote unquote Kevin Hart, Jamie Lee Curtis, and some other side acts on the corners. Okay, listen, y'all, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I've never really been a fan of Kevin Hart's work when it comes to like his films. Like for me personally, it's just I never gravitated toward his movies. I know that he's really, really pushing hard for, a more bigger, demographic, a more like not just, marketing his films to certain audiences. He wants like a worldwide audience, which is admirable. But I just feel like, I don't know. I feel like Kevin Hart tries too much at times. And it's just for me, his films. I think there was just one film that I watched where I was just like, okay. And that was like the ride along. What's it called? Ride along with him and Ice Cube. I, I wasn't just impressed. I wasn't impressed with Kevin Hart's movies. It's just, it was never my thing. Now, I will say this though, they can't blame the marketing or anything like that because I did see this film was being marketed everywhere. I saw the ads, shit on X, on YouTube. So they're definitely, they marketed the hell out of this movie. So the people just did not come out to see it, okay? And I don't know, maybe it's because, it is a video game film. But then again, there's others video game films that have did well in the box office. Maybe it's because Kevin Hart is the face of it. People don't really like to, touch on this a lot, but people have really been turned off to Kevin Hart. Y'all need to get into a lot of the lawsuits that he has been in these past few years and go figure out why people have been turned off on him. I would say the same thing is with Jamie Lee Curtis. She's another one too that I feel like in recent times people have been turned off by her as well. And I don't know, maybe that has had an impact in the box office of people investing or watching their work. Who knows? I've always liked Kate Blanchett as an actress. I thought that she was always a really great actor. I noticed that Kate Blanchett has really been getting into like her like amusement park films. Like she's really been doing those kinds of films instead of like the films that I've particularly known her, like, the Queen Elizabeth movies and just, The Aviator. Like that's where I know Kim Blanchett as. Like now I notice that she's been doing a lot of more theme park films, no Martin Scorsese, okay? But I like it though. I like that she's being diverse with what she's doing. But I don't know. Could it do with, people being turned off by Kevin Hart and Jamie Lee Curtis? I don't know. I don't know. I think that people are definitely watching what they spend, especially during times like this. And I think that people are like, you know what? Maybe by the ads, maybe by the trailers, it wasn't really giving, so they didn't want to come out to watch the movie. Okay, so but I don't know. But also another thing too, and I'm sorry, this might come off as like a Kevin Hart, throwing subs and throwing daggers at Kevin Hart segment. But I'm just calling out the facts. Kevin Hart too is going through, his restaurants being closed down. You know what I mean? So it's just like, and that news just recently came out, like what, today or yesterday. So, he's really been going through it. Um, I just, I don't know. I don't know. Kevin Hart has just, I think he's rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. I think some of his audience is not really fooling with him right now, and maybe that has an impact on the box office. I just don't think Kevin Hart is a premier actor. He doesn't give me like premier actor. You know what I mean? Like someone that's a premier actor or actress is like a Kate Blanchett, like a Denzel Washington. You know what I mean? A Leonardo DiCaprio. Those are the people that I'm gonna go, put money to go buy a ticket to go watch. Like I'm sorry, whoever this 31 million people, $31 million, these people don't invest them to go watch a Kevin Hart film. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know. Kevin Hart just not give me actor. He doesn't. He's just he plays himself. That's all I'm gonna say. Kevin Hart plays himself in his films, and I don't know. I think Kevin Hart is trying to do this Eddie Murphy style thing, and it's just like, I don't know. It's not giving that. I couldn't tell you any memorable Kevin Hart films. Really, I can tell you some memorable Eddie Murphy films, going from comic to actor, but I can't give you any memorable Kevin Hart films. I'm sorry, he just doesn't give me versatility at all. So that's just my thoughts on that. I was just not surprised that this film did not do well in the box. And oh my god, $115 million. And y'all didn't even, that could at least make up the 100 million, but y'all didn't even get to. Ooh, I think it's no shade, but next time, I don't think the studios are gonna be investing a lot of money in especially in a video game film. I think that they're gonna start, especially with this flop, they're gonna start, reevaluating, which particular video games films to invest their money in, and who is the cast at that. Can Kevin Hart bring asses to seats? And I'm not talking about his comedy shows. I'm talking about his movies. Can Kevin Hart bring asses to seats in movies in 2024? I just don't think so. I just don't think so. So that's just my thoughts on that. Speaking of a maybe a soon to be flop that I'm not really too surprised about. It says here that Joker 2 is tracking to open with 70 million domestically. This will be just over 25 million less than the first movie's opening. Y'all, when I saw this, I wrote on Twitter, I was just like, I'm honestly not surprised. And this is coming from someone that actually went to go see the first Joker movie. A few years ago. I actually went to go see it. I thought it was like a solid B that I gave it. The reason why I'm not surprised at Joker 2 not doing well, is because one, I just think that the casting for Harley Quinn. I'm sorry, y'all. I know the Gaga stands might come in my comments. I thought that before we even get to the casting, this whole musical thing, I never understood it. I never understood why they're making Joker 2 into a musical. It's like what? Like when I saw that, I was just like, when that news came out that they were making this into Joker 2 into a musical, I was just like, unless that is a part of the comics, there is no reason why this should be a musical. Why the fuck is Joker and Harley Quinn gonna be singing in my face about talking about how they're gonna murder Batman? Like, I just, for me, singing and dancing, La La Land, like, it's just, when I first saw that, I was like, okay, yeah, I think I might take my time with this. And then on top of that, they ended up casting Lady Gaga to be playing Harley Quinn. And and this is no shade to Lady Gaga. I like her as an artist. I think that she's an amazing artist. For me, I just felt like this was a miscast. When it comes to Harley Quinn, I felt like they should have casted somebody else to play Harley Quinn. And obviously they pick Lady Gaga because she has name recognition and because she's a star and blah blah blah, and but I just felt like it was a miscast. I felt like it should have been somebody else to play Harley Quinn. And then on top of that, this whole musical bullshit. It's just like, what? Like, what? I think that more particularly the whole musical part aspect of it kind of turned off a lot of like the DC fans. And I think that maybe some of them are going to be, waiting on the sidelines to see whether the critics actually like this film, and it better give A+. Okay, the first movie was a good, nice like B plus. This needs to give an A+, and the fact that y'all already made this into a musical, even more so, it needs to give me 100%. Okay, all green check marks, because it's like, I think some people were. I was even talking to a friend about this. They were even surprised they were making a sequel, because she thought that the first Joker movie was going to be its standalone film. But the fact that y'all making this a second film is like, okay, well, now y'all are just doing this off of the success of the Joker film, which now will dilute this whole thing. I don't know. Maybe in time, the film will make up it within its box office, within its how much it was invested into the film. And obviously, when they open the films up internationally, it will make up for the loss that was done here domestically. But yeah, I was just like, I'm not surprised that this shit is doing $25 million less. I'm not surprised at all. And this is why, for me too, I was just kind of like, even looking at the trailers, I'm like, I don't know. Will I go watch it? Maybe. I'm 50-50. Maybe. I might watch it next month. I might not watch it next month. It depends on how I'm feeling. It depends on whether I want to go step into a movie theater. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens with Joker 2, and whether people genuinely enjoy it. I actually think I might watch some reactors on YouTube and tell them, and hear some of the critics on YouTube, and let me hear what they have to say. And if they say that this shit is ass, which at this point that's kind of the route it's going into, but if they said this thing is ass, I might sit this one out. But if they say it's good, it's a nice solid film, I think I might actually go watch it. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens with that. Next, let's talk about Elizabeth Olsen. So let me go to my Twitter account, Miss Olsen. So she says here that she's open to coming to returning to Marvel, which I'm like, girl, you're already in Marvel. What are you talking about returning to Marvel? You're here. As her role as Wanda Maximoff, and she said if she's used well. So that was very interesting words that she expressed there. She says, I think people didn't know what to do with me for a second there. If there's a good way to use her, I'm always happy to come back. Listen, if y'all ever watched my, my superhero reactions on my channel, where I talked anything superhero talk, I did do a Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness review. If y'all have been my day ones on this channel, y'all will know that I thoroughly enjoyed Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. I thought that was one of the best. Let me tell y'all something too, with you MCU stands. Usually I'm on y'all side when it comes to y'all criticisms, but for that particular film, for Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, I'm not with y'all. Y'all know damn well that that was a great film. Can we be honest? That was a great film. The horror elements, everything. I was here for it. So, and I thought that Wanda was just used so well within that movie. So, and the, oh my God, the zombie Strange, and beautiful. So to me, I felt like, there was a little, not too much, but a little bit unnecessary criticism that was going on with Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. But I don't know. I think as far as with Elizabeth Olsen feeling like she did, there was some moments where they didn't use her well. I don't know if she's talking about. This is where I wish she could have been specific, for which one, for Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, for WandaVision. I can kind of understand where she was coming from, if she was talking about that. in that context, because WandaVision, even me myself, I didn't know what the hell was going on. Ugh. Like, it will have to be within those two projects. I don't know. I thought that she was used well. I thought that she was used really well for Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. There were even some of the criticism actually that film got was that Wanda was way more powerful than Doctor Strange. So I don't know. I would think that Elizabeth Olsen will be kind of happy about the way her character was used in that aspect of things. But obviously, spoiler alert, at the end of that film, she ended up, killing herself towards the end. So it's just like, I don't know. I don't know why she feels this way when it comes to, her character, but maybe it's also the WandaVision situation. Who knows? But I definitely would like to see Elizabeth Olsen back on my screen. Okay, we love our good sis as Wanda. Okay, I think that she is very talented, and she brings life into the Scarlet Witch, and we definitely need some scenes, some dynamics, some scenes with Magneto, especially with the mutants coming in, X-Men coming. We need to see it. Okay, bring Ian McKellen, bring what's his name? Why am I missing his name? Oh my gosh, Michael Fassbender. Bring them in. I need all my Wanda and Magneto scenes, okay? I'll be here for it. So we definitely want you back, girl. The fans want you back. Even the fans that are, criticizing, we want you back. So, yes. But yeah, that was just my thoughts on that. Just a side note, because I don't have any of the pictures up here. I haven't brought them up, but I do also want to give my recommendations on like some things to to watch on Netflix, because lately I've been on like a cute little Netflix binge. So if I think I already discussed Blood of Zeus, that is on Netflix. Y'all can go watch that. I think that's probably one of the best animations that is out. Blood of Zeus season 1 and 2 is up on Netflix. Another documentary that y'all should also get into is The Worst Ex Ever. Okay, that's a true crime. I think 4 or 5 episodes that they put up there. Very great stuff. Y'all know Netflix, when it comes to like their true crime documentaries, they're always on it. Very compelling, unfortunately very sad too. So that is also another thing to watch. Also, Pearl, the movie Pearl, with Mia Goth as the main character within that film, is also on Netflix as well. Of course, it came out in theaters about maybe 2 years ago. So I actually finally got to watch it for the first time earlier today, and I thought that it was a really great film. I think Mia Goth really can act. Like, people don't give her enough credit, but she can act. Not enough credit, but I think, to me, I feel like Mia Goth is very underrated. That's just me. I think that Mia Goth is very underrated, and I think that she definitely deserves to be one of those premier actresses. Like, she needs to be up there with like Zendaya or something like that. To me, like, I just feel like she deserves way more. But yeah, Pearl is a film on Netflix that is on Netflix right now. Y'all should get into it. And also Dexter. Yeah, I already know I'm a Dexter fan. I guess Showtime gave Netflix some rights to, put up, let Dexter be played on the streaming service. So make sure y'all get to that before it goes back to maybe Showtime. So yeah, those are the things I've been watching on Netflix. So you guys should get into that. But yes, please tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Let's get up to 900 subscribers. The goal is to get up to 10. The goal is to get up to 1,000 subscribers. Well, of course, also to 10,000 subscribers too. But it's trying to break the glass ceiling. Okay, but yeah, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Thank you, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.